Jackie Polk, the Rialto Knights, 68-60 over Oak Hills. That's now 10 in a row for Rialto. 27 points. And Jackie, the thing that has me so inspired and and optimistic and enthusiastic and excited about not only where you're at but where the group's at is just the continued development and evolution and improvement of the freshmen, and to the point where down at the end of the game, when it's every possession counts, and you're looking actively for Ingrid and and Giovanna. Can you kind of talk about like how that's developed over the course of the season, and just especially not having Carrington around anymore, just how blessed you are to know that like you can trust them in important situations?
Yeah, it's good to know that I can trust Ingrid and Giovanna on the boards, because I really need them, because my other big guys was out today, and Ingrid really had some key buckets down low when we needed them at crunch time when they tried to press, so she was wide open, and it's really good that she made those, because that just increased our lead as the time went down.
Absolutely. Obviously, like I said, 10 in a row. The group's been on a run. Oak Hills came in, 11 in a row. Like, I mean, neither of you have lost in the calendar year of 2026. How important, when you're playing against Carter and Summit and Grand Terrace, I mean, you kind of know what you're going to get, but like to really have a measuring stick opportunity. I remember how big like that Sage Hill game was at Redondo for you ladies in January last year. Like to have a game that it's like, okay, are we as good as the record indicates, or are we as good as the winning streak indicates? So how important was this for you in the group today?
It was good. I think it was really a morale boost, because they beat a lot of good teams, and we were going into, okay, we're a good team too. So we just really played how we played. We didn't let them affect how we were playing, and we just came out on top.
Absolutely. Just, in terms of what you feel like you and the group are continuing to do well. I know that you're going to be able to score against anybody, but just for them to be in back and forth games. I mean, obviously you control the entire first half, but then they come out and 9 of the first 11 points in the third quarter, and it's like, okay, how are we going to respond? And then you guys respond with 8 in a row. I know it happened in December, but like when it hasn't happened in a while, like just that reminder that it's like, hey, teams are going to push back. Like when we get to the playoffs, you guys, unfortunately learned last year against Harvard Westlake, like there are teams that are going to push back. So like just to be able to see the response, not just from the freshmen, but the whole group today, like as you head back to Rialto and obviously with more league games on the horizon, like is there more of a sense of like we can remember how to fight and be courageous and be fearless when we need to? I know that you always will be, but like for the rest of the group.
I mean, yeah, it just starts with leadership. Me and my fellow captains, we just have to push everybody else to that level that we're at, not necessarily skill-wise, but mentally and emotionally, so we can just handle the game step by step, possession by possession, and win the game.
And last thing, I mean, obviously, speaking of captains, I mean, like Destiny's such a big factor in what you guys are doing, but like she really did like a lot of the intangible things today, and and let a lot of you certainly and a lot of the rest of the group handle the scoring. Like just for Rialto to and you to have kind of that fairy tale run that you want, like in your last year, like how vital and how significant is it going to be that you could no matter who you play, that this group has the confidence that you can attack them from all 5 spots on the floor, so teams aren't just keying in on you and Carrington like they did all last year.
I mean, yeah, it really helps when the whole group is contributing, because when it's just a couple of people, like the coach can just weigh in on those certain players. But when I'm feeding the ball to Destiny and she's hitting her shots, and I'm feeding the ball to Ingrid down low and she's hitting her shots, I mean, it really just starts to flow right there, and we really enter a flow state, and then I just feel like nobody can stop us.
Awesome. Well, they haven't for the past 10 games, and we hope that winning streak continues all the way into the postseason. One of the best scorers in all of California. But she also showed that she can be a great distributor and an architect as well. 68-60 over Oak Hills for the Rialto Knights. Jackie, great job.
Thank you.